Thank you all for jumping on today and joining me for my latest video as well. So for today, there's obviously a reflection, but just to kind of give you an idea of what this video will be about, I'm really going to discuss, in particular, unpacking my past and trying to live and continue to live in the present. So really making sure I've got mindfulness in play. Some of the things that I will reflect on in this video is based on missing the old way of living back in Australia, for example. Also trying to continue to adapt to the norms that I am in my current country, but also being isolated and trying to work with that. But in particular, towards the end, I'll talk around mindfulness, that idea of consistent growth and continuing to challenging yourself in whatever goal that you have, which helps you to grow and to evolve as a person as well. So this week's been a really tough week for me, if I'm to be honest. It's been a challenging one. I think I started to miss home a lot more this week. In particular, the routines that I had, the connections with my family. I caught up with them on the weekend for an hour and a half via a video call. But it's always really challenging. It's something that, it's nice to connect, but you do really miss what's left behind. And I think there is a part of being an expat where you almost go through a grieving process ongoingly, and that goes in a cycle up and down. But definitely something that I continue to find is that every time I feel like I've got over the top of it, something brings me back to home. So it might be talking to family who are traveling to parts of Australia that I grew up in, or going on holidays, talking about beach houses, some of the people that I used to be connected to back at home. And I think that's something that this unexpected grief continues to occur, even though I've been in this country now for a couple of years ongoingly. So definitely it can be very challenging. I'm very lucky I've got a close, my wife and my kids around me to help support me. But definitely it's been some challenges this week in relation to that. The other thing too is sometimes I feel like you lose your identity a little bit here. I think you've got, a base identity back at home that you created with your friends, your family, your routines, the people that you're affiliated with, but also, going up to the local shop to get something, having local food, knowing what to expect as well around you. If something goes wrong, you understand it. Today, or actually yesterday, I was stuck on a train and I had to obviously try and work out what was going on in Dutch around me, but then talking to locals, everyone's so friendly here, so that's really helpful. But you do feel a little bit, it's very difficult for you to really wrap your head around what's going on sometimes. And in particular, when you're in a circumstance like that, but there's been others where I've been at a shop where I've been waiting in line for some time, only to realize that I'm in the wrong line, for example. And without having that clear communication or understanding what's going on around you, that sort of does, give you that struggle day to day, and it does get draining over time. But on the flip side of that, and something that, more over today that I've been thinking about, is that helps me to evolve and to continue to challenge myself to see how I can continue to feel uncomfortable and grow as a person. So not only my my personality will grow, but also me as a person. I think sometimes when I do reflect, the ego gets impacted more than anything else, and it's about resetting and really making sure that you know why you're here, what you're doing, and what you're trying to achieve as well. And I think being isolated is probably the third reflection that I had in this environment. So isolated meaning that really realizing that if you do need help, you've only got yourself and your family really, as in the people that you're here with to really help you. Friends can obviously help here and there, but the connections aren't as close as the friends that you would have back at home. So there are times that I do really feel isolated. And sometimes I think even though it is in some ways very refreshing to be doing something new every day, to experience things every day, doing it on your own, trying to work it out on your own and having those frustrations is definitely something that is physically and mentally draining as well, and has been a big part of this week. And I think that has all accumulated over the last week. So it's been a bit of a rush of emotions and some realizations along the way as well. But one of the things that I think I have been starting to think through more and starting to do more with this and reflect on is that with every type of challenge like this, having that growth mindset and really making sure that you're feeling comfortable being uncomfortable really does help you to continue to grow as a person, to really make sure that you don't become stagnant, but is also part of the life experience that I'm living as well. And I think with any goal that you have, indeed, whether it's living overseas or whether it's starting a business or doing whatever you would like to do to help grow yourself and evolve as a person, I think it's really important that clear focus and having those moments of really tough weeks it really does pay off in the end. And I know for a fact in a few weeks' time or a few months' time, I'll reflect on this and realize it was this small, but in the moment it feels so big. And I think that's kind of as a part of the mindfulness is really making sure that I'm present, really acknowledging the why behind the feelings I'm feeling, and making sure that I reset, recalibrate, and continue to push on. So I would encourage each of you that those that are going through challenges, we all go through them in different ways. So I'm obviously dealing with it at the moment, or over the last week or couple of weeks, based on being in this environment that I'm in. But no doubt many of you are dealing with different challenges as well. So I think what's really clear is that we have that moment of recognition, really reset and work out exactly what you can control, what you can't, and really embrace those challenges every week, every day. And for a fact that in 6-12 months, you'll be a better person going forward as well. So that was my 2 cents for this week, a bit of a reflection as well. As always, thank you for subscribing for those that have. For those that haven't, please feel free to subscribe. I'll be updating these videos every single week. And please feel free to like and comment. As always, if you've got comments, questions to ask, please feel free to put them in, and I'm more than happy to answer them as I continue on with this series. So for that, thank you very much for joining. Have a great week ahead, and looking forward to connecting with you all soon.